You've been in a long job search, and lately you've started questioning yourself. Glad you're here today. I want you to hear me very clearly. You are not broken, and you are not irrelevant. You're certainly not too old, and you are absolutely not done. But I do think many experienced professionals over 45 are moving too fast emotionally through this process without slowing down long enough to truly understand what this next chapter is supposed to look like for them. And I get it. I'm Lori Lawrence, founder of Next Chapter Career Coaching, and I'm a job search specialist for those tenured professionals over the age of 45 that are currently experiencing a tremendous amount of frustration in their job search. I know it's been a very long time since the last time you collected a paycheck, and you're feeling quietly very desperate. The market, well, it's hard, it's noisy, and it's young. You've been ghosted, and you've had interviews that didn't turn into offers, and your confidence has started to really take hits week after week. The instinct is to panic, to apply to more jobs, to lower your standards, to become reactive instead of very intentional. And what starts happening is this: you stop choosing your next role, and instead you start chasing anything that will choose you. That shift is really dangerous because eventually you begin losing sight of your own value. And I want you to have a real conversation with yourself today alongside me, because I work with experienced professionals every single day who are incredibly talented and smart and proven and hardworking. But yeah, after 8 months, 12 months, sometimes even longer, they no longer are trusting themselves. Not because they're suddenly lost in their capability, but because this market is emotionally exhausting if you do not have a clear strategy and vision for where you are actually trying to go. And this is where I want you to slow down. Not quit, not give up, not stop moving, but pause just long enough to reflect. One of the biggest mistakes experienced professionals make is they only define themselves by job titles. Oh yeah, I've been in operations. Oh, I've been in sales. I've been in HR. I've been in marketing. But titles are not an identity, and titles are not direction. What matters now is understanding what kind of work actually energizes you. What problems are you naturally good at solving? What environments bring out your best leadership? What parts of your background are transferable into your next chapter? Because I promise you, there are professionals watching this video right now who are trying to recreate a version of their past career that honestly no longer fit who they are now. And that's hard to hear sometimes because it's important, especially after 45, because many of you have evolved. Your priorities evolve. Your energy evolved. Your tolerance has evolved. And what you wanted at 35 may not be what you want right now. And that's okay. In fact, that awareness is true wisdom. And you have to slow down enough to hear yourself again. One thing I often tell my clients is this: your next role should not just pay you. It should fit you. And many people have never actually asked themselves what fit truly means. Not compensation, not prestige, not ego, not a title, not just survival, but fit. What kind of work makes you feel engaged? What type of conversations really hold your attention? What type of company culture drains you? What kind of leadership style do you work best under? Do you want stability, autonomy, creativity, collaboration, mission-driven work, growth stage companies, structured environments? These questions matter deeply because when you understand yourself better, you stop randomly just applying and you really start positioning, and positioning changes everything in a modern job search. This market is not rewarding volume anymore. It's rewarding clarity. Recruiters and hiring managers are looking for professionals who understand where they fit and how they create real impact. Not candidates throwing resumes at 300 jobs hoping something sticks. And I know some of you are extremely tired. I know some of you are scared financially. And I know some of you are carrying shame you never expected to feel at this stage of your life. Especially of those of you who have spent 20, 25, 30 years building incredibly successful careers. You never imagined you would be here. But hear me carefully. This season does not erase your experience, nor does it define you. This market does not erase your value, and rejection does not redefine your capability. But confidence does require maintenance and practice. And one of the fastest ways to rebuild confidence is to reconnect with evidence of who you actually are. Not your fear or your panic, not your unemployment status, your evidence. What have you solved? What have you built? What have you led? What have you improved? Who have you mentored? What pressure have you survived? What outcomes have you delivered? This is what matters. And many of you have forgotten how much value you truly carry because this market has caused you to focus only on what is not happening. So I want you to do something this week. I want you to stop obsessing over applications for just one evening. And instead, I want you to audit your career, not your titles, not your patterns, but where you naturally thrive. What type of work felt meaningful? What responsibilities kept showing up across multiple roles? What strengths did people consistently rely on you for? Because your career has been leaving clues your entire life, and those clues help shape your next direction. Sometimes your next role is not a complete reinvention. Sometimes it is simply a more aligned version of what you already know how to do exceptionally well. And when that clarity starts happening, wow, your energy is going to change and your messaging changes, your passion, changes, your networking changes, your interviewing changes, because now you're no longer showing up desperate for a job. You're showing up understanding the value that you are specifically bringing. That confidence feels different to employers. And yes, the market's competitive. I'm never going to lie to you about that. There are a lot of moving parts today than ever before. AI and algorithms, LinkedIn visibility, recruiter filtering, internal referrals, positioning, interview storytelling. Yeah, it's no longer just a simple process of applying online and waiting and then having an interview and getting hired. It is a strategy now, but that strategy can absolutely be learned. And experienced professionals can absolutely win in this market. In fact, many of my clients over 45 are landing incredible opportunities once they stop approaching the search emotionally and they start approaching it strategically. That's the difference. It's not perfection, I promise you, and it's not age, not luck. It's a real strategy and clarity and positioning and consistency and believing enough in yourself to stay in the game long enough for the right alignment to happen. So if you're watching this today and your confidence has really been shaken, I want you to know something. Your next chapter is absolutely possible, but you're going to have to own it. You're going to have to participate in it intentionally. You're going to have to stop waiting for someone else to validate your value before you believe in it again. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is slow down long enough to reconnect with yourself before making your next move. Because your career, oh my God, it's not over. This may simply be the chapter where you finally become more intentional about where you truly belong. So if this video has helped you, please do me a favor. Like and subscribe to this channel because every single week I create content specifically for experienced professionals navigating today's difficult job market. Also, leave me a comment or ask a question. Tell me where you're struggling in your search. Again, I will read all of them, and I truly want to help you. And if you want direct coaching and a strategy, just book a call with me. It's free completely. I'll put the link below. And finally, I want to personally invite you into our live Job Seeker Success community every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. These are real professionals, real conversations, real coaching, and real networking, and real accountability. Because job searching alone is incredibly hard. Community changes that. And I'm going to see you in our next video. Bye for now.